Hello everybody, FAI here, I here, and welcome to Griftlands, and welcome to a bit of a quick tips video for me. Alright, so, yeah, we just had to do a little cut. I was talking to somebody, on Discord, but anyway, let's go ahead and continue with some quick tips video. First things first, I've been playing this for a while, so I don't have Prestige mode unlocked, but I have, other things unlocked, including like the outfits and stuff. So I have all of her outfits unlocked: her hunter outfit, professional outfit, and and of course her bounty hunter outfit. But yeah, we're gonna use her bounty hunter outfit. With that being said, we're also going to talk about like perks. What perks should you consider using? One probably would be animal handling. That way you can have an additional pet. That could be useful for you, especially later on. And at least for me, I would say, you definitely want to have at least good health and maybe basic training. That way the max XP on both your basic decks is half, but, or resolved. You know, handy could also be useful. It's up to you, realistically. In my opinion, I think I'm going to go with trying handy just so that all my items have at least one additional use. And, yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the way
with the game. So many times. But what if she gets you first? What if someone else does? You scratch.
So yeah. So don't worry, I'm not going to talk about I'm not going to have too much of the story going on. If I do want to do a story, I'm going to, you know, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, and of course, do a full-on playthrough. This is just talking about the, this is of course just doing the basic stuff. So every time you restart a story, you get, an upgrade just like Slay the Spire. So, you know, you could choose battle cards that could be useful. A negotiation graph could be useful, or you can draft 2 negotiation cards. It's up to you. I think we're going to go ahead and try the negotiation graph and have an extra graph slot. So we can ask about Javiera and stuff. Like I said, this is not me going through the story or anything. This is just me going to talk about the, you know, it's just me going to talk about the factor of, the tips. So we're just going to get right into the tips and stuff, everybody. Alright, so, as it is with this game, you can choose anywhere you want to go for quests. Like any roguelike, the harder the mission is, the more you'll get paid. But in this case, you're also going to have to decide on what is your, you know, what is your choice of going with, because a lot of things are going to be focused on different things. Like, this one is going to be focused on battle and negotiation, this one's battle and negotiation, and this one's just negotiation. So, there are 2 types of battles in this game when you are playing, this game. One is negotiation, a negotiation battle, which doesn't exactly, get rid of your health, but it does make it to where you will, possibly have to battle it out, which is why your health bar is there. Your resolve is your battle for negotiation, or is your handling of negotiation and stuff. You can also buy cards whenever you want. Each one of these cards have a certain, thing that you can do, and certain things that you can do, but, you know, we're not going to waste our money right now. We're going to talk to, yeah, our little smuggler and do this, mission really quickly. So, you can also, from time to time, choose a negotiation card to add in to your thing. Some are going to be more aggressive or hostility based cards. Others are going to be, for instance, like negotiation based cards. Alright, so we're back. So each one can give you each card can give you a different thing. Read the cards to potentially make sure that you're getting the one that works best for you. In my case, we're going to go ahead and go with Oppression, which if this card destroys an argument, you gain one dominance, which could be very, very useful depending on, you know, the situation. It is a hostility-based card, but in the end, you've got to make the best with hostility-based cards. And, of course, negotiation or diplomacy cards. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and, yeah, we could either pay the Tiffle, drop your name, but we have no friends in the cold, which could help us, or convince them that we're a faithful Chash. Now, remember that this can hurt our negotiation later on, so make sure that whatever you do, you, of course, you know, make sure that it works in your favor. These are also intents, so we can learn what the intent is for our enemy here, or who we're... Anyway, alright, we're back. Alright, so we're back. So, the intents allow us to basically know what argument what they're doing or what they're doing argument-wise. Right now, because they're not trying to attack us, we're going to just full-on attack them and full-on try to lower their resolve as much as we can. Alright, so now they have some intents. Once we know their intents, we can see what their arguments are going to do. Now, this intent here, Wrath of Hash, it's going to target us for 1 to 2 damage. So, one thing I would recommend is to try and get rid of any intents that might try to destroy or hurt your resolve, and that can help you in the general point of view. You can resolve this, which adds 1 resolve and composure to a friendly argument. It's up to you though if you want to destroy this argument. But it can help you, especially if you're trying to keep your composure. Either way, you know, the main job is to try and make sure that our resolve doesn't get messed up by their resolve. So, in this case, I mean, they'll do 1 to 2 damage, so we, of course, you know, have our resolve target that, and we can also do that. When it comes to domination or influence, I would recommend choosing whatever you have more on. This way you can at least ensure that you have a chance of, you know, controlling the argument where you can. And yeah, keep your arguments if you can, because again, that will allow you to make sure that all your cards do the best damage-wise than they can. And also just keep an idea on what their intentions are. Like in this case, you can see that this guy's intent is to attack the resolve of my my influence argument, which is something that we would try to not. We want to try and make sure doesn't get doesn't get too damaged, which in this case it shouldn't, because yeah. But yeah, keep that in mind, because again, you know, there's always going to be intents from every side, play-wise, that you're going to be going with. Sometimes I just play a card just for the XP, but, you know. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's up to you. Alright, so, at this point, he's going to get impatient. As you can see, he's starting to get impatient, but this should be a pretty simple finish to the, yeah, should be a pretty simple finish to the negotiation. Once your negotiation, if it is successful, you can you will be able to pick a new card, and if you of course have enough XP in it, you can also expand your you know, you can also gain or upgrade the card for it. But yeah. with that being said, that's the negotiation type battle. You'll find those random battles every once in a while you're traveling around. So keep that in mind when you are when you are playing. So in this case, we have to attack. This guy. In this case, I think we have to attack. Attack. But we're gonna have Aloe help us here. We're gonna pay Aloe to help us. We can pay Veep to try and look the other way. And now we can ask him. And yeah. And now Eco is going to get we're going to get our money from Eco, which means that Eco will dislike us, but that's okay. Alright, so this is an attack phase. In the attack phase, we can use our defensive moves to have our defense in any way, shape, or form, but but it's up to you to determine what is the best course of action. In this case, I decided to gain a little bit of defense just so that we can, just so that we can attack or have some form of attack. You can always run away, but in some cases you can't run away. So it's up to you to determine the best course of action. Always try to do your best to make sure that you do not lose as much health as you can, because again, these battles can get longer over time, especially as the days go on. You're going to find that the battles will get longer. You can also, as you just saw there, put defense on on one of your allies who are being under or are under attack. So, that's one way to also help you to potentially win battles easily. But of course, like I said, it's up to you to determine the best course of action. And of course, using your your cards and reading about your cards can help you. Now, at this point, you can surrender or end the battle. In this case, we're going to just take the surrender and yeah, choose a new card. Apply one word to our enemies. That could be useful. That, of course, could be useful. So, yeah. Okay. With that being said, we get the money, and we can continue onward. Now, if you ever have to heal, you can always come back here and eat one of Fresh's, famous fish cakes, or you can buy a drink to restore your resolve and health. But in this case, we're not going to worry too much about it. We are just going to be continuing onward, everybody. So we're going to collect money here. Alright, so now we're going to try to convince him to let her off the hook. In this case, let's see, we're going to deploy that and get one smart, which can help us, of course, as we all gain an extra action every turn. We're going to use our influence here, and of course we're going to try to prevent ourselves from getting damaged here. And that's one way we can continue going forward. So we have suspicion argument. That's not good. We're going to go ahead and apply some closure here. Let's see. We're going to try to fast talk while we're out of this. And let's go ahead and improvise card. We're going to intercept some Fluster, which can help you. Fluster reduces the damage incoming from a argument or from an attack. So keep that in mind. In this case, we really don't have any way of protecting ourselves from the argument. So, we're just going to have to lose our influence here. In some cases, of course, you will see that you can't win by not losing your influence. So, you know, so you have to take it as a, you know, as a case of it will happen from time to time. You will see a, you know, lost in your influence. And so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So, yeah, that's pretty much the battles, everyone. Read the cards, of course, as you, play the game, because reading the cards will allow you to ensure that you are at the best and at the peak of your performance, and you're not just stumbling around, for say. Because I know that it can be sometimes easy or hard to just stumble around and not realize that you are, you know, making a mistake. When it comes to cards like the Abrupt Mark, I would suggest that you kind of consider, getting them if you want, or, you know, intercept Doubt, because Doubt can help you, but, read card if you are playing this game, and that will help you get a better idea of what's going on. Either way, with that being said, yeah. Either way, with that being said, though, thank you everyone for joining me on these quick tips. These videos are this is a pretty easy video. I mean, it's not, like, hard at all. These are just quick tip videos. Of course, this is, quick tips for you to get better at Griftlands if you are, playing Griftlands. I will have an early access review coming up. There might be an early access review coming up, for this game. But, with that being said, thank you everyone for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching today's video. If you have any questions about Griftlands, you need help with tips, or you need to learn a little bit more of what to do while playing this game, then, yeah, please do consider, consider asking me in the comment section down below. Somewhere in the video, you probably saw a plugin to, like, subscribe, all that other jazz. If you would like to see what's happening live on Twitch, please do consider joining me live on Twitch at the link down below in the description. Thank you everyone for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. And yeah, until the next one, everybody, this is FAI or I signing out and saying thank you for joining me, thank you for stopping by, thank you for hanging out. And yeah, I hope to see you live on Twitch. But until the next one, everybody. Until the next one, everybody. Farewell, everyone.